Theology seems like a subject full of complicated words, but it's often about understanding simple ideas in deep ways. Let's dive into it, making it clear and exciting for everyone. So, what is theology? It's like a big treasure hunt to understand God. Christian theology is specifically how followers of Jesus, known as Christians, go on this exciting quest. Here's a question: when Christians talk about God, what exactly do they mean? Christians believe there's only one God, but with a super special twist. God is a Trinity. Imagine a single perfect team consisting of three persons. That's kind of like the Trinity. Historically, Christians have described God in certain ways. God isn't made of any physical stuff we know about and has been around forever and is the biggest example of goodness, strength, and knowledge. Now, the heart of Christian belief is a pretty amazing claim: Jesus is God. That's right, the man called Jesus who lived 2,000 years ago is actually God as a human. Christians agree on a lot of key points, but they don't always see eye to eye on everything. These disagreements spark debates, which are like a puzzle of battles where everyone's trying to find the best picture of the truth. One area with lots of puzzle battles is called soteriology, fancy speak for understanding how rescue operations work in terms of faith and what Jesus did. Let's unpack that a bit. Christians believe we're rescued by Jesus' heroic act of sacrifice, freeing us from the bad stuff we do and promising us forever life. But who gets this awesome deal? Some believe it's for everyone. These folks are called universalists. Others, called annihilationists, believe not everyone is covered, but they also don't believe in the eternal timeout corner. Instead, those not covered just cease to exist. Yet most Christian traditions do believe in a kind of serious timeout space. So the puzzle they're trying to solve is, why do some people get rescued and others don't? Calvinists argue that God, like a director, chooses who gets a role in the rescue story. On the flip side, there's a debate within Calvinism itself. Some believe that those not saved were simply not chosen, while others think that God actively decides their non-rescue story. But wait, there's more. A softer version of Calvinism suggests Jesus' hero move was for everyone, but not all were cast to accept it. There are the Provisionists who believe everyone gets a script with the option to join, but once you're in for good. Lutherans, however, mix it up a bit. If you're in the story, it's because you were cast for it, but if you're not, it's because you auditioned and turned down the role. Phew, that's a lot of puzzling, right? But it shows how much Christians care about understanding their faith and God's rescue plan. Now, when it comes to reading the Bible, Christians also have different lenses they put on. Imagine trying to read a comic book with different kinds of sunglasses. Some lenses, like dispensationalism, make everything look literal, especially prophecies. This lens makes Christians focus a lot on modern-day events and how they fit into ancient promises. On the other hand, covenant theology is like a lens that sees the Bible story as one big promise that keeps getting better and includes everyone who believes, not just ancient folks. Then there's middle ground lens that combines elements of both views, trying to balance old contracts with new ones and how different groups fit into God's promises. Even with the same lenses, Christians can still see different shades or argue about the details. It's like they're all watching the same movie but disagree on the plot points or character arcs. Speaking of disagreements, there's another big one about the end of the world called Escatology. It's all about the grand finale of the human story. Some believe in the hero Jesus comes back for a 1,000-year golden age. They're optimistic about a good ending. Others believe we're already in that special period and it's more about spiritual victories than earthly ones. Then some think this golden age is something we as humanity build toward, leading to Jesus' returns. Regardless of the view, all these theories influence how Christians live their lives today. They might feel more or less urgent about making the world a better place based on how they understand the final act in the story. Another area, pneumatology, the study of the Holy Spirit, explores the mysterious character, often in the background but with a vital role. Christians agree he gives us spiritual gifts, like superpowers, but disagree on whether some of these powers are still given out today. There are sacramentology, focusing on sacred ceremonies and how they work. It's more about symbolic actions, or is something supernatural happening? Finally, apologetics are like the defense team for faith, using clues, logic, or even admitting that some things are believed by sheer faith to explain why Christianity makes sense. In all these complex discussions, debates, and explanations, it's clear that Christians deeply care about understanding their faith and living it out. They're willing to wrestle with tough questions because they believe the subject, God, is the most important topic of all. Whether you're a Christian or not, understanding these discussions help you see not just what this diverse group believes, but also the passion for which they explore these cosmic puzzles. So, next time you dive into these topics, you'll know you're stepping into an exciting world of exploration that's been going on for centuries. Don't forget to like and subscribe. Bible Short Stories signing off.